The biological explanation for schizophrenia. Describe and evaluate the biological explanations for schizophrenia, 16 marks. So the biological explanation proposes that schizophrenia has a physical cause which can be explained through genetic defects, chemical imbalances and abnormalities in the structure of the brain. There are 3 parts to this explanation: the genetic theory, the dopamine hypothesis, and neural correlates. So the genetic theory. The genetic theory doesn't suggest that there is a single schizophrenic gene but polygenic. This is the number of genes which are responsible for the onset of the disorder. However, different studies have identified that there are a number of candidate genes to be linked with schizophrenia, as well as it being etiologically heterogeneous, which means that a different combination of factors can lead to this condition. These genes are linked to the increased risk of schizophrenia, and they also control the functioning of dopamine. Twin studies of monozygotic twins are predominantly used as they share 100% of the same genes, which makes it more reliable when establishing whether there's a genetic link. Evidence to support the genetic theory comes from Gottsman. He looked at the genetic link of schizophrenia in relatives. Gottsman found that dizygotic twins had a 17% diagnosis, whereas monozygotic twins had a 48% diagnosis. He argues that the closer the genetic relationship you may have with someone who has schizophrenia, the greater another family member will also have been diagnosed with the condition. This increases the validity of the biological explanation to schizophrenia. Due to issues with twin studies and shared environment, psychologists looked at adoption studies to disentangle the contributions of genetics and environment. A longitudinal study by researchers followed Finnish people who had been adopted before the age of 4. Of those whose biological mothers had schizophrenia, the concordance rate in the children was 7% compared with 1.5%, where there was no history of maternal schizophrenia. The study suggests that even when environmental influences are eliminated, the effects of candidate genes are still persistent, thus strengthening the validity and the support of the biological explanation. It also increases the validity of the biological approach.